Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of A Designer's Lifestyle. What I'm here to talk to you about today is the design development phase of each project. What I do is I create 3D renderings so that the client can be able to see what the space looks like before the actual space is created. So what I want to do is give you a sneak peek of the renderings before I presented it to the clients. So this is my first one right here. And as you can see, this is a pretty good overall view of the space that I'm doing. I'm doing a mountain house in the mountains, as you saw on episode number 3. And I'm actually doing the living room area, the dining room area, and the kitchen. And also redoing the staircase as well. Before, the staircase had carpet, and what we're doing is we're pulling up the carpet and actually staining the stairs, the treads and the risers, to be the same color as these beautiful hardwood floors right here. What this is a walnut finish with a hand scraped detail, so it gives it that rich rustic feel. And we're tying the floor in with the ceiling by doing some faux beams, and we're breaking it up by using light tongue and groove paneling that the homeowner requested. It gives it a great cabin feel, you know, that rich mountain feeling. And then in the living area, we're going to do a big recliner with a side table next to it with a reading light, because the homeowner loves to read. And then over here is going to be a nice sofa. And then behind the living area is the dinette area. We wanted to bring in a warm area rug that pulls in all the colors from the fabrics, which is a slate gray, warm tones, which is a warm reds, warm oranges, and golds. And then we have a rustic dinette table with 4 chairs with a dark chocolate leather that contrasts with this light brown leather up front. And back here in the kitchen, the homeowners did have some original cabinets right here, but we took them out so that it makes the room feel more open. And in the kitchen, we did a slate backsplash that matched the slate flooring. And we're going to have slate flooring in the foyer as well to tie in the 2 spaces. And then as you can see, we're using oil rub bronze light fixtures as well as bronze pickets in between the stair rails. So that's this rendering, and I actually finished this rendering at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yes, 2 o'clock in the morning. That's what I'm trying to get everyone to understand, that being an interior designer is more of a lifestyle and not a job. And then right here is the second rendering that I've started, so I'll come back on and show you that maybe in a couple of days. But I also wanted to give you a sneak peek of the fabric that I'm using in the space. Now we're using a lot of browns in the space, so I wanted to break it up by giving, you know, a plethora of different fabrics. So on the window panels, we want to use this fabric right here. And this is a nice fabric because it has a lot of texture, a lot of movement in it, and it has a large repeat. As you can see, the slate gray is the undertone, and then on top is the medallion with the warm reds and the warm golds. And when you're working on a space like this, it's good to use different textures. You know, break it up a little bit, make it more interesting. The more you layer a room, the more interesting it becomes. And this fabric right here, it goes with this fabric. As you can see, it's not the same fabric, but since it has the same colors and the same hues and the same family, it just works. And this fabric right here is, like I said, it's in the same family. It just has a stripe pattern. It's good for pillows. So we're going to do a couple, you know, throw pillows out of that. And this couple is very traditional. So we want to bring in fringes, things like this, things like trim. And then we're going to use this fabulous bull yarn fringe on an actual throw blanket. And as you can see, this fabric doesn't have much pattern to it, but it does have some texture. And even though it's a solid, it's great to bring in solids to break up all the patterns that's going along in the space. And as I said before, the tongue and groove paneling, this is actually the paneling right here. And they call it tongue and groove because this is the tongue part, this is the groove part. And they just interlock in each other, and you just nail it to the studs. Well, I'm glad I could show you guys what I do on the design development phase of each project. Tune into the next episode. I'm going to the Mountain House on Thursday, and that's where the guys will be templating for the granite countertops, and we're going to do some demo work. So I want to say thank you, and I appreciate everyone tuning in to my blog, my website, my Facebook, everything. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.